From these women breaking barriers, we turn our focus to a woman making her mark in the sporting world as a female sports commentator, paving the way for many to follow. Please welcome our next guest, Layla Arrison, looking absolutely phenomenal. Now, you obviously have this incredible platform. What does the opportunity mean for you?
I say it constantly. I say it's not about me. It's about everyone that's coming through. I did what I could do between the four lines when I was playing, and now it's about being quite literally a voice for everyone that wants to come into this industry. I think nobody knew the pathways to become a commentator, so when I get a DM asking how do we get there, you know, I try and give as much as possible. My story is not the regular story. My story is not how everyone gets there, but I wanted to be able to open those channels to create opportunities for other people.
Oh, I love that. She speaks with such passion. Very, very infectious. Yeah. But if we were to rewind to your past life as an athlete, can you tell me a little bit more about that and some of those standout achievements you were able to accomplish?
It started at school. I played all kinds of sports in school. By the time I got to high school, it was cricket and netball mostly. My mom and my dad were always running around on weekends trying to get them to the right place. Pretty much it all happened post high school though. I'd won Victrix Ladorum at school 5 years in a row. We were the first matriculants as well, so there was a lot of pressure kind of coming through that. That was my first taste of TV was during high school too. But then fast forward a couple of years after I'd become a head coach, I'd gone through all of that. I was still busy playing rugby at the time at the Bulls Union. My partner had an interview and told me I need to go along and have a couple of conversations with producers. And I did, and Ongeziwe Zondani, one of the producers there, it was her that really, really believed in me. And because of her belief, I now hopefully get to be a small gateway of opportunity for women to come through.
What a beautiful journey, what a beautiful career. It sounds like there were so many firsts, so many big moves that you had to make along the way. And you've walked us through the transition really of moving from sports player to a sports commentator. But why did you decide to take this journey?
I think commentary chose me. I was always the friend that had something to say. And then my parents sent me to a psychologist just before I went to school, and they said, Layla hates awkward silences. And so kind of just the niche just works perfectly, as I get to talk the whole time and I get to get paid to talk. But then, there was just something about being able to tell someone else's story. There was something about having a voice over someone's biggest moments. And that's comes with a lot of responsibility. We've got players running out for their debut for national teams or for a union, etc. And that comes with a lot of, gall, and how much can you carry what that moment means to them? Because they could score a try on their first game, and your voice is going to be the voice that's going to be over that for the rest of their lives. And so I think that was a challenge that I really enjoyed. So as soon as I stepped off of the field and I said, I'm done as a player, I want to go into commentary now, I kind of went into the mindset of how do I make these moments that I got to experience as a player special for somebody else. And I think I like to see myself as an empath, and so I always want to put myself in other people's shoes, and I always want to make things and do things and make things be better for someone else. And I think just that journey and knowing that I had the privilege to be able to do that, commentary just made sense.
Now, sports is a very difficult space to navigate in general, let alone if you are a woman. So a little girl who's sitting at home right now, wanting to be in the space, wanting to see it professionally from a commentary point of view, what advice can you give them on sticking it through the difficult times? I
always say, have a small, close group of people that you rely on, because the outside people are just going to be outside noise. So if you don't have a strong base, any little comment's going to tear you down. So for me, it's about having a small quality base. The next words of wisdom would really to be, always make sure you're learning, always make sure you're growing, always make sure that you actively do something to be better than the person in that same space, and take up space. You belong there, you're there for a reason, and there will be people who will be there to support you. There are going to be people who are going to try and tear you down, but it will always be about learning, growing, staying humble, and making sure you take up space in that area. And then I can't wait to watch you fly, because that's exactly what we want to do. This is why we're doing what we're doing, is to be able to watch other women, other girls fly, and just to be a pedestal to kind of raise them.
Oh, my word, I love that. Such a beautiful narrative. Thank you so much for joining us today, and a huge congratulations on all your achievements so far and the ones that are yet to come.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. After the break, we catch up with a superstar in the fashion world, Laduma from Makosa.